Hey, this is Gene. I thought I would little comment a couple things I've seen in the press in the last couple days. Um, there are two things. They're not really related, but I just want to talk about them. I'm trying to figure out what should try first. I think I'll talk about Will Smith. Um, Now he said a couple things when he was in Dubai that is so uninformed, misinformed, whatever the word you want to look for. Um, First of all, I'm not going to say that he called for the cleansing of those who support Trump. I don't think that's what he meant by it, as much as I don't, and it's the same way I feel about the Second Amendment thing that Trump said a couple days that everybody went crazy about. He was clearly talking about the NRA. If you watch the entire speech, I watched it live. I certainly didn't feel that, and he led up to that when he was talking about the NRA and how powerful they are. Whether that's good or bad, obviously as a lobby, they're one of the best out there, and whether you support them or not. One thing about the NRA, at least, they have people who are from both sides of the political spectrum. They do have liberals and conservatives, so I gave him a break on that because I do that, and I look at things from a realistic point of view. Obviously, the mainstream media still thinks that he was calling for her to be killed. So I'm not going to say that Will Smith was saying that he wanted to cleanse all those people that support Trump. Because I think, if I remember right, that Trump had like 14 or 15 million people that voted for him in the primaries. I didn't because I'm a Democrat. But I don't hopefully think that Smith is talking about cleansing those people because they support Donald Trump. So I'm going to give him a break on that part. But I'm not going to give him a break when he sits there and talking about in Dubai that how everybody loves him. He is obviously the most stupid person in the world. That where he was right there, they had people that looked just like him who are slaves, and we know what happened when his wife was complaining about the fact that he did a nomination for the concussion movie that he did, and she basically talked about how that Hollywood was racist, the United States was racist. So obviously he gets shit in his own house about this stupid black movement, Black Lives Matter or white supremacy movement or whatever. But for him to sit there in Dubai and sit there saying, "Hey, everybody loves me," well, Jesus, you're a Hollywood celebrity. If you weren't that person and you happen to be there, they would tell you to go in the back room and go and be their slaves. Will, and the fact that the mainstream media hasn't even talking about this. This to me is a huge indicator of how stupid the people and celebrities that we have in this world. Some of them actually are learned and they know stuff, but most of them are not. They have this thought in their mind that it's because he was talking about Islamophobia in the United States. Clearly, doesn't know that more people are assaulted or say things about them if they're Jewish. And I'm not a big fan of Israel and what they've done with Palestine, but there are more anti-Semitic attacks than there are Muslim attacks. And 99.99999% of people don't give a shit. I said this in my video before. We don't care that you support that you like religion, but be fair and honest about what that religion actually says. And the idea that there's, I talked about it yesterday about the girl that the fencer talking about. She thinks that she can't walk down the street in the United States because she's fearful. I mean, that's just stupidity. And what Will Smith said the other day is even more stupid. And I wish people would call him out. I wish other people in Hollywood would call him out and say how stupid he is. Now, he already follows a cult anyway, so this doesn't really shock me that he would think this way. This is a guy that actually has, from what we all know, that he was apparently supposed to get MIT and all this stuff, so he has some smarts. But he is living in this shell or bubble that people in Hollywood or whoever, celebrities, they don't know what the real life is, and they just believe that Islam is great, and everywhere it's a religion of peace, and Muslims don't blow up themselves in other Muslim cities all the damn time. So I just wish somebody would call him out. Obviously, he ain't gonna listen to me, but I'm going to call him out. I think what he said is disgusting and immoral. he all the money he has, maybe he should go in and all the people that look just like him, that are down the street or in the back room, that are slaves in Dubai, maybe he should go in and get them out of there. The people that changed slavery in the United States were almost exactly the way I look, and people died for that will. So you're stupid, and you want to talk about Trump and that we're going to cleanse that theory of people that support him and all that bullshit. Go right ahead. You can talk about that, and I can look at you and say you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. But when you invoke that United States is just full with people who are Islamophobious, and you're staying in a country that has slaves that look just like you. So let me get off of Will Smith and let me talk about this judo person. I think her name is Kayla Henderson, and I don't really have anything bad thing to say about her. I mean, congrats on winning her second Olympic gold medal. But a little press conference after that, she was talking about whether she might go in the MMA, and she said some stuff that I don't think are naturally true or not. That she doesn't like the fact that you have to promote yourself to get a fight, or if you look a certain way, then you'll get a fight. There might have been a couple times, especially in MMA, women MMA, that they had that for a little while. But when you're inside that cage, it doesn't matter what you look like. And Rhonda is a somewhat decent-looking girl, and so is Misha's Tate. She talked about the sportsmanship that she doesn't feel that they have it as much as they do in judo. I don't really see that, and I watch a lot of MMA. I think even someone like Conor McGregor will still shake your hand or hug you and all that stuff. But the thing that really perked me up is when she was talking about that now the United States Olympic team has got more women athletes, and she said something along the lines that this is where we're going, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Are you because that the United States or the Olympics have more sports that have more women in it? Or are you trying to say that women are better in sports than men? Because, I think the first gold medal that we got, our first medal that we got was a shooting one. And I'm like, well, clearly they must actually face other people regardless of sex. But they don't. They go against each other. And some of these sports, well, why wouldn't they not? Why wouldn't you go against somebody that doesn't, if it's not physical in nature, like archery or shooting or something like that? Shouldn't men and women compete against each other if you really want to be fair about it? And a lot of times women would probably beat us in that. I mean, I'm not saying they can't. We know that they're really good at piloting and stuff like that. But when she sits there and it's just this undertone that we're going that way. It's like, really? I don't understand that. Obviously the Olympics, like everything else, they try to open it up more to people, regardless, to make it look better for women, I guess. I mean, that's just how it is for the last 15, 20 years around the world. Women just, they're so oppressed, so we have to keep doing this. But overall, I mean, I don't really have a big issue about what she said. I kind of like, I didn't understand why she was going there. So, again, if the right amount of money comes along, I doubt that this woman will say, no, I'm not going to go to MMA. Why wouldn't she? She might go, maybe she'll be going to WWE stuff. I mean, it's just this thing that she's talking about empowering women, and that's the thing we've been talking about for the last 20 years. And but you look at all the other stats and saying, we've left boys behind, and nobody wants to talk about that until something happens in their own family and when their boys are not doing well, then they want help. And it's unfortunate that we have to make these guys better. Unfortunately, a lot of them are already in the prison complex, and they're part of the problem, and they go in and out, but nobody wants to talk about that. They want to blame white people, or they want to talk about men that we have too much privilege. Okay. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about. Maybe I'll talk about the other stuff that I kind of talked at the end there about white privilege and male privilege and all that stuff, which is all bullshit. But But anyway, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.